You are surely aware that water covers the majority of the surface of our planet. However, you might not be aware that waves at sea can travel at speeds of up to hundreds of miles per hour. Or that there is millions of tons of gold in the ocean's depths. Or that charts of Mars are more vast and detailed than those of our own oceans. Yes, the oceans on our globe are physically deep, but their mystery and allure go even deeper. You'll be completely astounded by the following obscure oceanic facts. 1. Most of our world is dark because of the ocean. Oceans have an average depth of 12,100 feet, and because light waves can only penetrate 330 feet of water, everything below that point is dark. Seeing as water makes up most of the planet, this means that most of Earth exists in absolute darkness all the time. 2. Water at the bottom of the ocean is incredibly hot. In these deepest parts of the ocean, the water temperature may only be 2 degrees to 4 degrees Celsius, with the exception of water coming out of hydrothermal vents in the seafloor. The water released from these vents can be up to 400 degrees Celsius. It's the intense pressure at these depths, the same pressure that would crush you, that keeps the water from boiling. 3. The ocean is home to nearly 95% of all life. With so much going on well below the surface, it's easy to forget that the oceans are teeming with life. In fact, 94% of life is aquatic, according to the USA Science and Engineering Festival. That means those of us who live on land are part of a very, very small minority. 4. There's enough gold in the ocean for each of us to have 9 pounds of it. There's around 20 million tons of gold dispersed throughout the oceans. It is, however, diluted pretty much to a pulp. Its concentration is only a few parts per trillion, according to the National Ocean Service. The ocean floor also has undissolved gold embedded in it, but it's not cost-effective to mine it. However, if the ocean's gold were equally distributed among every person on Earth, we'd each receive 9 pounds of it. 5. The Pacific Ocean is wider than the Moon. At its widest point, from Indonesia all the way to Colombia, the Pacific Ocean is wider than the Moon, by quite a lot. This expanse of ocean is 12,300 miles across, which is more than 5 times the diameter of the Moon. 6. Pressure at the bottom of the ocean would crush you like an ant. In the Mariana Trench, 35,802 feet below the surface, which includes the deepest point on the planet, the water pressure is 8 tons per square inch. If you made your way down there, it'd feel like you were holding up nearly 50 jumbo jets. 7. More people have been to the Moon than to the Mariana Trench. In human history, 12 people have set foot on the Moon, but just 3 people have managed to make it to the Mariana Trench because of the extreme conditions there. One of those people, director James Cameron, who wrote about the dive for the magazine National Geographic. 8. Half of the United States exists below the ocean. According to CBS News, more than half of the United States exists underwater. How, you ask? Simple. The borders of our country don't stop where the land ends, they expand 200 nautical miles away from shore. 9. Most of Earth's volcanic activity happens in the ocean. When it comes to volcanic activity, the oceans have the most going on by a wide margin. In fact, 90% of all the volcanic activity on the planet happens in the ocean, and the largest known concentration of active volcanoes is in the South Pacific. It's an area no bigger than the size of New York, but it contains a whopping 1,133 volcanoes. 10. The United States lost a hydrogen bomb in the ocean. Every year, shipping containers get lost in the ocean, and oil spills are unfortunately common. But in 1966, the United States managed to lose a hydrogen bomb at sea. Luckily, according to history, it was eventually found with the help of a Spanish fisherman.